Hello and welcome and or welcome back to my channel. You are watching Through My Eyes Beauty. My name is Ty, and today, y'all, remember I just told y'all that I bought the Laura Geller double take baked versatile foundation powder because I could not find the Sephora collection Microsmooth powder, and I ended up finding it just the other day at my Sephora inside JCPenney's. So long story short, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to compare the two finishes. Though these are both foundation powders, the Laura Geller and the Sephora collection, they're both foundation powders. I don't use it for that. Alyssa Ashley got me hype saying that the Sephora Microsmooth is the best for making your skin look flawless, look smooth, buttery, all that kind of stuff. This shade right here is Deep Mahogany number 56, and this was the only shade available. At least once it got to the darker ones, there's Sand Tan, Mahogany, and then one shade darker than this, which is Ebony, and there was only two Mahoganies left and no other darker shades. And I don't even think they carried Ebony. I had to look online to see that Ebony was actually a thing. So that's cool. I ended up purchasing the shade Deep in the Laura Geller, and as you can see, this is not very deep and this is the darkest shade. So Deep in Sephora, Deep in Mahogany. Off rip, you can already see that the Laura Geller one is still a little bit lighter than the Sephora collection one, and this one looks like it might be a little bit more either red or golden. It might be, you know, my lighting ain't quite right, but yeah, we're gonna see how these go. Before we jump into this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know which one you think is going to perform the best. If I didn't say, this one retails for $22 and this one originally retailed for $36, but it was on sale for $18, which made it a good deal for me to pick up and purchase. Let's see how much foundation is in this. Oh, okay, and this one has 0.35 ounces of powder and this one has 0.24 ounces, so 7 grams versus 10 grams. So maybe that matters in the price difference for you guys, but again, I'm just here to check the finish. I'm just here for the comments that y'all are gonna comment, and yeah, let's get this thing started. I'm gonna go ahead and do my foundation. I already have a foundation routine in previous videos, my last few videos, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. I'll link the videos down below. Okay, so now that I have on my base, I'm going to use the Laura Geller on this side, and I'm going to use the Sephora Microsmooth on this side. I am going to be using the same brush, but I will clean it off to ensure I am not mixing anything up and get false results. Okay, so I'm just going to dip it right in. And I wish these had a mirror, but yeah, I'm just gonna all over. So swirl, dab first, and then once I feel like I have enough powder all over, I'll start the buffing process. But I will say, because it is baked, it doesn't seem like it is giving me a whole lot of product on my brush. So until I feel like I have enough all over my face, you will not see me buff. My little brush is coming apart. Okay. I feel like this process low-key takes too long. Like I'm salty right now. If I was using a loose powder, like I normally do, I'd be done because a whole lot of product would have came on my brush. So off rip, if you don't know, I use loose powders to set my face, under eyes, all of the above. So this is my first time actually using a pressed powder, let alone a baked powder, all over the face. So I'm not used to the time that it takes to do this. Also, I'm using a cream foundation versus a liquid foundation, so that may also play a part in my impatience so far, aside from the fact that my brush is really over here falling apart. I'm salt. So far it looks fine. I wouldn't say it's anything revolutionary. The color is really good. Mind you, this is deep and this is the darkest shade, so if you are anything darker than me, I don't know if this is going to be beneficial to you to use, at least not in the way that I'm using it. I'll put it that way. It is keeping me matte, and if I didn't say, the reason I wanted to compare the Laura Geller to the Sephora is because both have a wet and dry use formula. They both are, or they both claim to be weightless, have a natural finish to them, and breathable foundations, which even though I'm doing all of this, I personally don't feel cakey. And neither one of these foundations have a sheen to them. So, alright. I will say this isn't bad, but I can't say it's anything revolutionary. So I'm just cleaning off all the color off of my brush, and I'm going to go in with the Sephora Microsmooth on this side. I will say the Sephora Microsmooth kicks off a little bit more color, a little bit more powder, so this might take me less time to do. It has a light smell to it, but nothing alarming by any means. I'm just not even gonna look in the mirror. I'm just gonna go in because I know this is gonna take me some time. And like I said, I'm pretty sure it's because I used a cream foundation versus a liquid. A liquid would have been set by now, but because lately I've just been trying to find new ways to get the coverage that I want without looking cakey, which I find I don't know, maybe it's just me. I do have dry skin, so my skin does like, you know, cream foundations, but I've been finding that with the use of, still need a little bit more, with the use of cream foundations, I get a fuller coverage with a natural or a more natural finish, in my opinion. So alright, so let me give this a look here. Brush hairs. Okay, so off rip, remember I told you that the Sephora one was a little bit of a different color. This one looks a little bit more neutral, which my actual skin tone is neutral. I just like the bronze and the golden. I just enjoy golden undertones. So this looks everyday skin like. This looks more radiant because it gives off a little bit more of a bronzy yellow type of undertone for me. As far as the look and the finish, I feel like it's just about the same. I'm not gonna lie. I low-key favor the Sephora side because I literally look like myself, but just a little jizzed up. I look healthy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when I have, I've always had neutral to golden yellow tones, but primarily neutral. Pretty much just how I said it. If I want to look like me, like I have absolutely nothing on, nothing special, nothing, this is what I would go for. This is skin-like to me. But if I want to be a bronze goddess and I'm going for that look and I want to feel like a little bit of extra radiance, this is what I would go for. Can you all see a difference? Like I feel like this side is a little bit more yellow. Even with my bad lighting, I feel like you can kind of tell that there's something going on that's a little bit different on this side. Can y'all tell? As far as, I'm mixing, sorry, let me clean my brush off real quick. As far as the finish of both, they still both give me a natural kind of, I don't want to say almost dewy set, but I also have on cream foundation, so unless I hard set it, mean low-key bake, it's not going to take away the shine of a cream foundation. So I don't want to credit that to the foundation itself, but yeah, I actually really like both of these. This is definitely everyday. This is work. Like if I was to wear my makeup to work and I still wanted to match my neck but not look like I'm overdoing anything, this is what I would wear. And if I'm going out, this here. Hopefully you all can tell. I have a little bit of creasing underneath my eyes because I usually use Sacha Buttercup or my Dermablend to set underneath my eyes. I didn't do it this time, so I'm not going to hold neither foundation to a standard that doesn't make sense for me. My intentions were not to use it to set my under eye, so that's why I'm not worried about it. But just looking in, even in my smile lines and stuff like that, it doesn't seem like it's doing too much now. I wasn't going to do a wear test, but I think I will now. Well, no, because even in my smile line area, I would use my Dermablend powder or my Sacha Buttercup to set that. So maybe, I don't know, just worry about the exterior of my face, the forehead area, the size of the cheeks, the jawline, all that type of stuff. So yeah, this side, but they look pretty much the same, right? I like it. So I'm going to do the rest of my face. I think I am going to add a little bit of powder up underneath my eyes, and I'll come back and give you my final thoughts. Okay, so I have you all zoomed in, and I've had this on for probably about 2 to 3 hours now, and I did set my under eye with the Dermablend. I set my under eye, just this small little area right here in the forehead area, down the bridge of my nose, and just right about here, my smile lines there, with the Dermablend powder, and everywhere else is the Sephora powder or the Laura Geller. But after having it on for a while, I'm looking at my monitor just to remember my thoughts here. But I still feel the same way. I feel like this side is a little bit brighter, a little bit more radiant, a little bit more yellow, a little bit more bronze, and then this one is a little bit more neutral, which is like I said, good for my everyday. There is not a noticeable difference in skin, at least not to me. This side seems to be just a little bit smoother, the Laura Geller side, and this one I feel like has a teeny tiny bit more texture, just a little bit. But it could also be from the fact that maybe I got a little impatient with swirling the brush around. I will say, if you already use a loose setting powder to set all over your face, stick to it, because you're gonna get annoyed trying to set your face with that powder. Maybe it's the first layer, you know, like the first layer thing sometimes can be a little bit hard, and the more you use it, it softens up, it, you know, breaks down, so it might work a little bit better. But for me, I low-key lost my patience. Now, will I use either of these powders again? Yes, I already told you why. One for every day, one for my going out and wanting to glow. It does give me a natural finish. I would not say that it is matte, but definitely a natural finish over cream foundation. I feel like me acting out earlier, this one is starting to crease a little bit, which is the Sephora side on the sides of the mouth, but nothing major. Like, if you're that close in my face, you better be my husband. Like, you don't need to be that close. So, and there's absolutely no creasing right there. Okay, so final thoughts. I would definitely say that I got my money's worth from the Laura Geller. Again, I personally got mine for $18, but it originally was $36. This has, what, 3 more grams of product than the Sephora Microsmooth, and it seems like the Sephora Microsmooth is starting to get phased out, at least from what I can see. I don't know. Again, if somebody knows what's really going on with this stuff, comment below, educate all of us, okay? And this, of course, is 7 grams. This is 10 grams, $22. And yeah, so it just I think they're both beautiful. Again, the only thing different really is the undertones of the powders when it comes to my personal preferences. I'll use them both again. And yeah, if you see a difference that I may not have noticed, let me know, okay? Because I think it's pretty. I think they're both pretty. Yeah, I feel like I definitely got a bargain with getting these. I've also started posting makeup deals from Sephora and Ulta on my Instagram. My Instagram handle will be down in the description box. And if you are interested in knowing when these sales are going, because I already did my Ulta haul and told you about the different products I got, even for my drugstore stuff, and I low-key feel selfish that I don't get the chance to tell you all what is happening. So if you're interested, check my Instagram. I always put them in my Instagram stories, and just stay tuned. Also, this was my first time using the Natural Eyes Too Faced eyeshadow palette. I was concerned because I wasn't sure if it was going to have enough pigment for me. I honestly feel like, even though this look is beautiful, I feel like it's missing something. Do y'all feel like it's missing something too? Is that the eye? I feel like it's missing something. I didn't want to, like, in person it's pretty, you know, it's a beautiful everyday look, but maybe I should have deepened up the crease a little bit more to add a little bit more drama to match the bottom. I think that's what's happening. Let me know what you think. And as far as this lip gloss is concerned, I just use a little bit of that black liner that I use on my eyes, along with Netta lip gloss from the Colourpop X Ellerie collection. And this is a very pigmented gloss. Also, Colourpop, ooh, never mind, that was for National Lipstick Day. Yeah, all of their products, lip glosses, matte lipsticks, and all that stuff were $3.60 all day. I'm sorry. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want more of these types of videos. I'm actually going to be changing the direction of my channel just a tad. It's not going to be all makeup. Don't get me wrong, I'm not doing any of the vlogging or, you know, fashion, any of that stuff. I'm not a fashionable individual personally. I don't think so. So it's not going to be any of that, but I'll probably do a get ready with me or something of the sort and explain it to you a little bit further. So again, be good, be smart, be safe. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Deuces.